So one thing that I've been learning that's different from other survivors is that like my family background is potentially Holocaust victims. I'm not exactly certain because it's been like hush hush in the family, but my mother came up on a DNA test as 99.1% Ashkenazi Jew, which is very specific. And that means that like even if like she's not my official mother, she did come up as 49% on my DNA, so that means I'm 49% of that too. Whether, those are DNA tests are based on like where people are from. But in general, I do think that like there might be some like creepy Nazi related shit going on in my like stories that I just don't know enough about. But I'm willing to bet it because I know that like other survivors I've talked to that like Epstein case victims, for example, were higher up. They had different kinds of clients to some extent, and we don't remember all the same info. Like there's some stuff that doesn't match, but there's other stuff that does match and other faces we all recognize. So it's kind of intense, but
Hey guys, I appreciate everyone who's like watching my videos and following through stuff. I'm just trying to sleep and I just realized, once I just woke up for a second, checked TikTok and my video got taken down, the most recent one where I'm explaining my lineage that goes back through like Holocaust survivors that are pretending not to be survivors because they're being hunted by Nazis. That is a real thing. It's very real. TikTok, I don't appreciate you taking down the video without doing your fucking research first. No, I won't put tags in this video because that's a #1 way to get like screwed over. And that sucks, but I'm just gonna keep posting this stuff again and again and again because it's the truth that people traffic children every goddamn day and it just sucks. And yeah, so I just want to put that back out there. I believe that my dad's side of the family is military based, like military corrupt, not good military, but corrupt military, and that my mom's side is just people that traffic children basically and sell their own kids out, and it's just terrible stuff. So I don't remember what was in that video. I was wearing teal in it. It's kind of sandwiched in between other videos. It's not even restricted. They just took it down. Just straight took it down. So here's my saying it again. Yes, I come from the line of like Jewish Holocaust survivors that were just trafficked consistently. My whole entire family I've had to block and get rid of so that I don't get into any more like gaslighting situations. Essentially, all my aunts are starting to reach out to me to try and pull me and lure me back into family, and this is me reaching out to people to say this is very real. And please do share this video if you find it, so that if it gets taken down too, it's at least shared out there, and I would appreciate that. It only got shared twice, the last video, so if you guys see this, do share it and let people know that there are survivors out there like me that are looking for other survivors of trafficking and abuse, and especially from anywhere. I would say that like these are breeding programs, guys. This is like eugenics everywhere. Everywhere. It's so bad. And people know that the FBI, you can't trust them. And maybe the attorney general we can trust, but other than that, people are trying to hide this and report my stuff so that it gets taken down. And I'm gonna make backup accounts everywhere for this. So yeah, but I just wanted to let people know. Please do save my videos if you have them. I'm saving them too, but not all of them. I'm not as good about TikTok and things like that. I'm just not good with technology very much, but I'm trying my best, so please help me out. Thank you.
I found an MK Ultra SRA abuse survivor that is giving lots of very good information about how she grew up, how you can completely be disassociated. And in one of her videos, she says that if she would have been asked by someone if she had ever been abused, she would be like, no. And then all of a sudden, her memories started coming back. So there's quite a few things to learn by watching her videos, and I really appreciate her for speaking some of these very, very difficult truths, because we're all just trying to learn and be as supportive as we can. So she's got quite a few videos, so you can click on her to follow her and listen to what kind of journey she's been on.
So I really don't know how to ease into this story because it's pretty gnarly. I would definitely say 18 and over because of the content. It's sensitive. And if you've had experiences with abuse, trauma, I mean, we all have really, but pretty severe abuse, it's possible that there's a possibility you may have disassociated from. This could trigger stuff with you. So just a heads up, trigger warning. So basically, I blocked out a decade of my childhood until about 2014 or 2013. It started coming back. And I began remembering, as seizures were happening, with these memories returning, that I was trafficked for about a decade of my childhood in my own bedroom. And that men were just repeatedly let in to my room, starting from approximately like the age of 3 or so, up until about the age of 11. And there were times where I would, when I was younger, I specifically remember being stood up in the bathtub and like rinsed down in between people. The family, there was only one parent in the household. The other one left when I was about 2. So that parent was obviously not well, but was somebody who apparently had things like this happen to them in the past also, and was involved with people who did these kinds of things. That's how she found the men to come in and, that she sold me to. So she would not only traffic me in my own room, but I remember being involved when I was very young, 3 or 4, maybe younger, I'm not sure, but right in there somewhere, in an orgy, where, I mean, easily 100 people were there. It was in like an industrial type building, kind of dingy. There was a stage. And I remember, even at that age, thinking, how can people be so depraved?
In 1993, I came down here to run 20 Good Men, is what I was told by my uncle, who lived here, who practiced the Sufi religion. I thought it was a harmless, peaceful religion that was good to people. I mean, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
The people that I was around, we were doing all kinds of LSD and we were living life, having a good time. I was getting ready to run a organization that, lead it. To be the privileged one. I just walked right into it. I thought I was living a good life. But he got me down here for that. But while I was here, he had another plan. Satanic rituals go on in the background of all religions,
right,
that have existed through the beginning of time. Nothing's new under the sun, right?
Absolutely. Ecclesiastes is my favorite book in the Bible.
Amen. As I'm standing here talking about this and actually realizing that I get the privilege to talk to whoever's listening, know that you're not listening to me. I mean, you are listening to me, and I'm speaking, but I'm only doing it out of obedience to God, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk about the things that we need to talk about.
Absolutely. There needs to be more survivors standing up and speaking. Robin's holding the camera. She's releasing a book soon. You're going to hear her voice soon.
Amen.
But right now it's about James and his testimony with his abuse. So go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. I'm parked at the Walmart in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, where once you hear the whole testimony, I was supposed to be sacrificed. There was a woman that lived here. Her name's Jennifer Wilson. So if you're out there, Jennifer, I want to talk to you. We were supposed to consummate together form a child, but that didn't happen. And that's why this place was born, I believe. I think it's possible. I don't know. I mean, as I'm standing here talking about these things, you know, because unless we're allowed to talk about these things instead of shoved into psychiatric wards and mental hospitals and poked and prodded and left to corporations to die by the very people that say they love us. Essentially, he had me building a high place for spirits to come in. And when I try to talk about it, I can't even put, as I'm sitting here right now, it's hard for me to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Right.
Because of the anxiety, the anticipation of, oh my gosh, I'm still like, oh, I get to talk about this, right? I'm talking about it,
Right.
and I don't have to be afraid anymore.
No, absolutely
You know,
not.
you see, fear has kept me captivated all my life, and people have preyed on it, and the people that I've respected the most, I've found out how to love them, because I was supposed to be sacrificed here.
Mm-hmm.
They were grooming me to be sacrificed, and then once they figured out they couldn't sacrifice me, they still pursued me. Marco told me. He said, you know, you'd make a great salesman as long as you could sell something you don't believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked at him and I said, and this is the other uncle, because that's a whole nother story. And that's a very dangerous story, because principalities and powers that we're fighting, they're in control of our legislatures, they're in control of our Congress, they're in control of our media, they're in control of the minds of our children. Russ Dizdar talks about a Black Awakening that's coming.